Lisa, stop.
Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me.
What's going on, y'all? Man, it's King Cliff holding it down for the Cool Table Man on the After Hours special. Got the homegirl Sweet with me holding it down as the producer. Shout out to the people, Sweet.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing?
That's what's up. So, this is an update to a Bigg Tigga investigation that's been going on for a little while now. And when I first brought it, I dropped it on Cool Table 1.0. And I thought we may have did a live to it, but I'm not quite sure. But we may have did a live to it. If not, you could check out the original on Cool Table 1.0. And I dropped another one updating this as well. Now this one, this is an update. This is the After Hours where I wanted to bring the Sweet in so we can get a woman's perspective and kind of dissect and analyze this. So just in case you haven't seen, this is the video that is supposedly being used to say this is when the assault happened. Check it out.
There you go. Now reflect it back up. This is yours.
I am bleeding.
This is yours.
I'm bleeding, so take a picture. No. Take a picture. Take a picture.
Lisa, stop.
Take a picture.
Lisa, stop.
Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me.
So yeah, you saw that, you heard that, you saw that as well. And I know the video is like very security camera-ish, right? It's hard to really break everything down. We had to watch it a few times to really step by step this. And even with that, this is why it's gonna get tricky, I believe. Because we still kind of came to two different conclusions. She convinced me under that arrest, you know what I'm saying? Guns in my head.
Logic and
Blink
like
if I'm not
reason.
safe. Blink if I'm not safe.
Logic and reason.
No, but seriously, she we talked about it, but we wanted to dive more into it, right? Because I have one opinion, and if you saw the one on Cool Table 1.0, I kind of was a little jaded. I was kind of saying that I didn't really believe it. To me, it looked as if there was actually no contact. That's how I saw it at first. Now we watched it again, and we saw the door, I guess maybe to this, I don't know if that's the patio or wherever, but I saw that move once we heard that noise.
And you saw her head going forward.
I honestly didn't. But I used logic with it and gave you that it's very possible. That's where I'm at with it.
Well, because I also said, like, I don't know what led up to the argument.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was it started out as a normal, like,
Petty argument type
petty
shit.
and then toxic.
Yeah.
And anyone
Toxic
that's
is
ever been
absolutely
in
right.
a toxic love,
Mm-hmm.
you know that, like,
When it goes up, it goes up.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
and then it also will, like, with the bear hug and like
Mm-hmm.
and to hear her like saying "get off me,"
Mm-hmm.
like, I've been there,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't. In that moment, like, neither one of you can fathom it going where it could go,
Right.
and all I can say is from watching the video,
Mm-hmm.
the jerking and in that moment, like, he may not have meant to, and I don't think that he thought it was going to do what it did, and in that moment the outcome be what it was.
Right.
But did I see it happen? Yes.
Yeah, it does happen.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that it was abuse. It just means at least take accountability for where it went.
I feel you on that. This is where it's tricky. First of all, I'm with all that accountability shit.
She should also take accountability for whatever, because
That's
can't
why
go.
we- that's why
it
we-
can't go.
You can't dance by yourself.
No.
You feel me? You're gonna just dance in a circle by yourself. When you in that, it's two parties in that. And once again, we don't know the full details. This is a piece of video. We ain't in their house. Even though I think Bigg Tigga has great character and his reputation precedes himself, and this is why it's kind of sad, because this is a true example of how things can go like that. Good people can get caught up in these types of things just by accident. And when the police get involved and things like that get involved, or when the woman decides to take it to another level, and now it's out there, and it's like, you know, it just looks crazy. So I'm gonna say this: in the video, you see there's a laptop. He's wrapping it up. He says something about either we're back online or something. There it goes. One of those two things. And then she turns to the other side of the desk and starts grabbing something. And then Tigger says, "Stop, Alicia, stop, Alicia." And he grabs her, trying to get her away from it. She jerks and snatches something. He grabs her bear hug. And then she does something kind of like a limp body, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like how a kid doesn't want to go, so like that. So he's starting to drag her out the room or wherever, right? And once he's doing that, she starts to squirm. We kind of see a little tussle where he's trying to maintain control of the bear hug. And then you hear the boom, right? And then the scream. And honestly, from my angle, I can't tell if her head hit, but I guess we could just put two and two together. If this is the actual event, then it had to be her head. I brought up this, and I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to minimize or what they call victim blame or some shit like that. But if this video is just a moment in time to show history, you dig what I'm saying? Like, oh no, this is we have abuse in here, so this is an example of it. Then that doesn't give us the context that we're looking for. If this is an actual video of the event, then we can try to use that logic and say that noise had to be her face, because if this is the event, that's how she got the bruises
and the stitches,
right.
And the...
But do you think all that would happen from just boom?
It depends on how hard and what angle, right. And the force. I mean, because it wasn't just her body weight; they were both.
Yeah.
In that.
But she kind of did dead body. So with the dead body weight, I don't know, man.
I don't know, but I'm not. Like I said, accountability on both sides, because it never would have escalated to whatever it was if both people did not allow it to escalate to said position.
Absolutely. And I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
We've all been in that. Not all of us. Hey, power to those of you who have never had a toxic love. Mm-hmm. But
I even starting to feel bad for you. You had that's that toxic shit. You don't know what you're missing.
I'm just saying.
But it is a kind of, especially in toxic love. Let's just be real. You know, we don't know their dynamic. We don't know behind anybody's closed doors except what's exposed. And we don't even know what happened with this situation. And the thing that's funny, sweet, is that I believe you obviously you said you had relationships that had a toxic love. I know I have as well. And toxic love can blow up. It don't even have to be a argument that's been like all day. It could just be that thing.
Well, and then it can also be 5 seconds later when like both people just are like, fuck it, it's not gonna.
But that usually happens when there's no bruise, no harm, no foul.
Well, I mean that's the 5 second, but the even with the bruise and the harm and the foul, it's usually an hour or two, and you're like
doing what you gotta do to get through.
Harley Quinn and Joker, like
same shit.
Crazy.
Same shit. And I don't know if that's what they have. I would say that I think that is because the way it went, it almost reminded me of many toxic situations that either I've been in or have seen, right?
That's not a first.
It's not a first, and that's definitely not their first. That's what brings up the question: is this trying to show pattern, or is this trying to show the event?
The only reason I'll say I think it's the event is because of the picture that she posted with it.
Oh, the little video, yeah.
Yeah, the video and the like stitches and the positioning of if she fell and went.
Did she get stitches?
It looked like in the video to me. It looked like
she just had a scar, like not a scar, but like a scab.
Well, either way,
either way, she got fucked up.
And to see that and see the angle of where I thought was her head going into the door.
Something definitely hit. Something definitely hit.
It would align with what I saw in the video of her originally.
And I want to say this on record. because I put out part 1, and I was kind of like doubling down, like, you know what, I didn't, because you don't want to believe some things, and sometimes I guess we can look at people and hope that their character in public matches behind the scenes, but you just don't know. So I want to say this, and I want to be very matter of fact. I'm hoping for the best for Tigga. I'm hoping for the best for both of them. I'm hoping for the best for their family. And if I am wrong, I want to adamantly say, please forgive me, I apologize, and I wasn't trying to minimize your experience or what you went through. If I am right, I'm still not trying to gloat, because this is a tragic situation either way it go. Because when things like this happen, especially with a family, there's a domino effect. Everybody's affected. This is a big public figure, especially here in Atlanta. And it's just a tragic situation. Now, if this is the evidence of that, and I know Tigga took his time responding, I think that I don't know what's going to happen criminal-wise. I don't know what's going to be the next step out of this situation, but accountability is a major thing. And I know in these storms of relationships, like I say, it's hard to dance by yourself. But as men, we don't have the luxury to do as women do. And what I mean by that is trying to dance around, trying to deflect, trying to do this. She made me that. No. Some people may respect it. I wouldn't respect that, because at the very minimum, you could say something along the lines of, "Look, we have a tumultuous relationship, and sometimes it gets out of hand. And at least on my part, I want to apologize and own up to my responsibility as the head of this household, as the head of this family. I should have had more control and restraint. And even if you want to drop an innuendo or whatever to say, I know it takes two to tango, but I was a major part in this dance." And you see what I'm saying? Do you agree? Am I kicking it?
Okay, so can I also say
please.
something?
Absolutely.
Obviously they have cameras in their home, right?
Right.
Obviously you have some form of video surveillance of your home other than that one. So if there's ever any question of what the day-to-day, who's aggressive, who does, like, what is shouldn't there be some, like, if you really did not do or do not do, or if, hey, she's fucking crazy and she attacks and she jumps on me and I just, there has to be like some, that can't be the only surveillance camera you have in your house.
I would think there would be more, even if, let's say they try to say this is the only video.
And that can't be the only time you've ever stood there in front of that and had a...
And I would think there would be more to that video, right? Because that's not minimizing the outcome. But how it got here, like, these things show the responsibility of, or the lack thereof.
So that's why I'm wondering why neither side has tried to put out more to...
And imagine if she has the house and he's left. Now, I would think maybe he still has access to the...
I mean, there's more than just having to be in the house. Like, if you have
the surveillance
email,
stuff, like Ring or whatever, yeah.
The password, the email, you can log in.
Right.
So
but that's a great point, though. Because if this is the only video, then that kills the ideal of pattern. If there's more videos, then why aren't they out?
And who does it show is more aggressive?
As the aggressor, primarily, right? And I hope, and this is not, I know it's going to sound like I'm trying to put patches on Bigg Tigga's boat, but I hope that he's not the guy that's like, I'm not going to blow her up just because she's trying to blow me up. Because she literally is putting an asterisk on his career right now.
At this point, you don't even have to go to the media about it. At least, like, you're facing these charges, right? Why not bring every bit of evidence that you have to prove your point?
Right.
That, you know.
And that depends on what they're actually talking about. Because once things are out here, they take a momentum on their own. So it actually depends on who's releasing this stuff and what they're really talking about behind the scenes. Because we're talking about toxic relationships now.
I know. And that's
So
why
we don't
I'm saying,
even know if they're trying to fix things. Because that's in his statement, he made his public statement. One of the things that a lot of people say, we're trying to work through things and we respectfully ask for privacy or whatever, blah, 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 blah.
I understand, but somebody's...
Right. And so that's the...
So if you're not the one that is,
Mm-hmm.
and you're also not the one that's being aggressive and
Mm-hmm.
not the one that is...
Well, now we got to see what happens next. Because if, just to go to your theory, let's say she's like, fuck that. Let's say they're trying to talk behind the scenes. She's like, fuck that. Right? And she wants the bag now. She wants the divorce. She wants the bag. Blah, blah, blah. And she drops this. If he is trying to be like, all right, I ain't going to pull out the guns and shit yet. Now, it would be time.
When you're facing...
Because now it's still going. It's not being hushed. It's not, you know what I mean?
Another videos come out.
Right. So now it's time to get your shit. You feel me? Because if she's releasing them, fuck that shit. Let me show if you have it, show it. Because that's what's going to save this situation. If you don't, and this is all we have, this is where it gets just, you know, it's damning, but I think it's going to be a divide. Because, you know, we had to watch it a few times. It's not super clear. There's going to be people on both sides, especially those that have been in these type of situations.
Well,
right?
and the ones especially that have been in these types of situations should be able to see both and say, like what I said, like, I'm not going to say I know what led up to it. I'm not going to say I haven't been in that kind of situation. I'm not going to say that, you know, but what I'm saying is, at least if you did, even if it was an accident, even if you did not mean to do what happened, at least
own it.
And even for her, you could have stopped it at any time.
See, it's difficult for some women to do that though, especially when they make this big first thing. Now to take that back, you know what I'm saying, would be a tremendous sacrifice on your part to save the reputation of your husband or ex-husband, whatever their thing is now. You feel me? Because you would have to take back I'm the victim, and be like, I'm crazy too.
But most of us know we are.
Absolutely,
but
honesty, do they always admit it? Y'all say it's sexy at the beginning, like I'm crazy.
In that moment when it's all going down, no.
Right.
No.
Right.
When my face is the one that is.
Right.
No.
Right.
But once the dust clears, you have your moment, you have your, you know.
And that's what I thought was going to happen.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm confused on what really happened and who. So yes, as women, we do tend to, in that moment, be the. I'm the one bleeding. I'm the one. Even if we are the aggressor. Even if we are the one that.
You could have hit him 5 times and been like, and he smacked you 1 time, and it's like, I can't believe it, Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
What I mean is, in that moment when we get fucked up.
No. You're absolutely right though, because that's what I'm saying. Like even with that analogy of 5 times, it doesn't make it right because the impact of that one open hand smack looks like she got mollywopped or something. Now that's the way the story's told, right? And I get that. Bad on both. That's why more discipline and self-restraint and trying to communicate on how to, you know, resolve things and try to really hear each other. And these are hard practices, dog. This is not like hear this shit and then just do this shit. This takes actual taking it and applying it to start to see the results. And once you see the results, then it gives you motivation to try to continue it, right? And so this is accountability on both sides because communication works both ways. And with that has to come willingness to hear, accept, and apply, and try to change or fix it. It's work, but that's all work. All relationships.
Back to in that moment, like, you have to put yourself in the other ones. You have to, like, remind yourself, like, what that person has to lose, what that person, and, like, because if I put myself in the guy's position. And I'm sitting there and I'm aggressively like hitting, slapping. I cannot say that I don't think that you have a right to swat the shit, like, because I believe as a woman we should not think that we should be able to put our hands on a man like we are a man.
The only downfall is that y'all sometimes are more observant or wise about that when you're on the outside. If you're watching somebody else do that, when they're in the midst of it, you're not thinking that.
I understand, but I understand, and I also say, as I am a little bit, I'm Harley Quinn, so I will say, I understand, but that's also why you can't sit back and play the victim.
Right.
Like, you cannot sit back and act like your actions did not lead to, or could have stopped, or could have at least de-escalated,
something,
or so many different ways that. So,
and that's
as
why
a woman, if our first instinct is to stand up and whop you in the jaw, or hit, slap, punch,
throw something, whatever the case may be.
Yes. We can't sit back
and I appreciate that. That's woman accountability. Now I'm gonna bring it home with men accountability, and I know it's easier said than done. And they give you all these different tools and things like that to try to do, walk. I don't, because the way the law is set up and the way the world is set up, I don't care what she do. And it's like, I know it doesn't sound like reality. It sounds good, but it doesn't sound like reality. And so I'm just gonna say, I know it's easier said than done, but I'm gonna tell you the right thing. And the right thing is to try your best to control yourself and discipline yourself, because that's all you can control. You can't control how people are gonna react. You can't control the weather, anything, but you can control your decision. And it's hard, I get it, in the midst of the shit. But you gotta think chess, not checkers, because so much shit can happen after the fact. And then it's too late. There's no repeat, there's no going back in time, there's no Back to the Future car. It's done. And now it's cleanup. And some things can't be cleaned up, even with bleach. So that's my opinion, and I still stand on this. I pray for both of them. It's ugly when you see a family fall apart. It's ugly when this type of shit happens. It's ugly when it plays out in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a difficult ride for them. And I'm not going to turn around and be like, fuck Tigger. Unless something tremendously, like if they got another video where this nigga just been smacking the babies and smacking her and just, you know what I'm saying? Before I go to get on the air, bitch, you ain't got my waffle. You know what I'm saying? No, nigga, get your ass up. You feel me? Unless he just, what's that dude? Not Weinstein, Epstein. Like you have this life here, but you're really living like this, something extreme like that. Then, yeah, you deserve what you get. But I just pray that this is one of those situations that can be worked out. I pray that this is one of the situations that's not as bad as they're trying to paint it. But if he is that, he deserves what he needs to get. If it is a toxic thing, they need to get help. If she's the culprit, needs to get help. So that way they can decide whether it's going to be better together. Because I know some people that they are better friends after they left. And they know how to co-parent, and they do all kind of weird shit, like have holidays together with even the new.
I get.
So it can happen. Nonetheless, I just wanted to put that out there, and I would love to hear what you guys think. Like, share, and subscribe. Catch us at the Cool Table 1.0 and AH as well, like always. And also to check out the homie T the Teacher. We'll be back in the building with him possibly tomorrow. And yeah, I'll catch all your cool kids next time. Deuces.